Hi guys, this is Alish from gainmedialab.com. Welcome to my exciting world of live audio mixing. I don't know if there is a more divisive topic in the mixing monitors from front of house world than whether one should mix monitors pre or post EQ. So I thought I would throw my hat into the discussion as well. Let's go. Let me first describe the technical difference between the two approaches. Mixing monitors pre-EQ means that the pickoff point for the auxiliary sense is taken before the EQ. As a result, the signal in the monitors is completely raw and not influenced by any of the EQ changes on the respective channels on the console. The musicians on stage receive the unaltered signals, with the engineer controlling only the level balance between the channel sends. Alternatively, mixing monitors post-EQ will take the signal from the auxiliary sense after the EQ module of the console. This means that all the EQ changes made by the engineer will influence the sound in the monitors as well. The pre-EQ philosophy of mixing monitors allows the engineer to have complete freedom to shape the sound during the performance without changing the monitor mix, keeping it stable and reliable throughout the gig. The caveat here, however, is that the engineer has no way of correcting the sound on a signal level. This means that if you want to make a drum sound better in the monitors, then go and tune the drums or change the drum heads, reposition the mic, adjust your playing. In other words, change the source material so that it sounds good before it hits the microphone or the DI box. Now the catch here is that sometimes there's absolutely nothing that can be done in terms of altering the input signal. How do singers change their voice? You could try changing the microphone, but do you really carry an arsenal of 20 different microphones to find the best one for the job? And can you repeat that 8 times for all of the backup singers? Engineers that are in favor of this approach are, in my opinion, more front of house sound oriented, which is a valid strategy, but they remove one of the tools for shaping monitor sound from the equation, relying only on the monitor mix bus EQ to shape the sound on stage according to the artist's wishes. The other side of this spectrum is almost a mirror image when it comes to arguments. Engineers that mix monitors post-EQ want to reflect their changes to the channel EQ in the monitor mix. The reason is simple. If there is a problem in the signal, it will have to be addressed in both directions, towards the audience and towards the performers. And here's the catch as well. The engineers will adjust channel EQs during the performance as well, and simultaneously change the mix for the monitors. This makes the sound in the monitors more unstable, sometimes even causing feedback issues if those channel EQ moves are substantial. The engineers gain the ability to fix monitor sound on a per channel basis, but lose the complete freedom to shape the sound for the audience as desired, because they are limited by the restrictions of the monitor world. What approach should you then choose if you have to mix monitors from front of house? Well, that will be up to you. You have to weigh the pros and cons of both approaches and decide which one works the best for you and your act. There is a way, however, to have your cake and eat it too. In the day of age of digital consoles, you can combine both approaches. My preferred way is to double the so-called money channels, lead vocals, solo instruments, whatever you decide is your most valuable input, and duplicate them on the console. The first one is sent to your main bus for front of house sound. The second is sent exclusively to the monitors. Voila, the best of both worlds at your fingertips. You now have the freedom of shaping the sound for front of house to your liking without affecting the sound in the monitors, with the added bonus of now having the ability to have signal corrective EQ for your monitor mix as well. But if for some reason I don't have that option, maybe there are no spare channels on the console, I usually opt for mixing monitors post EQ. Having said that, here are some things that I keep in mind. Number 1, this approach is way more effective when you do your homework on the input source side as well. Make sure that your microphone selection is the best possible one, that your mics are placed where they should be, and that the sources are in the best possible shape. That will reduce the need to over-EQ a signal, keeping it more natural for the monitors as well. Number 2, you should also realize that you shouldn't be correcting a bad sounding PA system on a channel level. When all system engineering principles are applied and your system is optimized on a system processing level, you reduce the need for channel corrective EQ. Number 3, if you decide that you will go this route, you have to be aware that your EQ moves influence the monitors as well. So boosting an EQ band and sweeping to find the frequency you need to cut is now out of the question. Number 4, cutting instead of boosting will be your friend, and you should train cutting as much as it is absolutely necessary, but no more. Retaining as much of the signal as possible will ensure the monitoring will be more stable and will support your front of house sound as well. As with most situations in life, there's always more than one way of doing things. If it makes your client happy and helps you create a great experience for the audience, then you did a good job. Try out both approaches and see which one works best for you. That's it for this time. Like, share, subscribe, and visit gainmedialab.com for more delicious content. Take care, mix great shows. Bye.